Hi guys, welcome to Sharon's Lunchbox. On today's episode, I've got Richard Wolak of VancouverFoodster.com. There's a lot from Richard that's coming up right after this.
Richard Wolak, food writer, reviewer, critic for VancouverFoodster.com. I created the site as an online magazine. It's not a blog like everybody says it's a blog, but it's an online magazine. I'm pretty much publishing daily. So I'm in restaurants, I'm in cafes, nightly. I'm at a lot of different events and meeting people, and I think it's really key, is meeting people and talking about food and talking about what's happening in the city and tasting what great kinds of food we have in the city. So from anything from sushi to Italian to Mexican to Korean to African. So I'm trying to cover all bases and I'm trying to cover all areas, which is kind of difficult at times, but I'm doing okay. So pretty much getting throughout Vancouver, throughout all the different neighborhoods. Food culture in Vancouver is actually one of the best in North America. You know, I go to New York quite often, and you can have great experiences there. You try lots of different kind of foods, but per capita, Vancouver has more restaurants than anywhere in North America, and it's so obvious. I mean, most people here eat out. I don't know how many people I'm sure cook at home, but I think there's more people eating out here than anywhere else in North America. So it's vibrant. The chefs are vibrant here. I mean, the chef culture is incredible. I mean, every chef coming to the city comes and creates a passion, creates their own passion. The one thing about Vancouver is you don't find is the name chefs. In the United States, you find celebrity chefs in all these restaurants in these cities that are hot. Vancouver doesn't need that. We've got great chefs. They're locals, or they're people from, they're people from other areas of the world. But the name chef, celebrity name chef thing doesn't matter in Vancouver. It's all about great food and great ambiance. Well, we actually are one of the highest. I mean, Ocean-Wise is a program run by the Vancouver Aquarium, which has it's about sustainability in the oceans, and we are actually one of the largest players in the world. I actually talked to one of the restaurateurs recently and told me he travels the world, and when he was at a conference in France and he was speaking about sustainability, they said, you guys are the leaders in Vancouver. So it's amazing that we're that lucky to have this in Vancouver. My background, is pretty much marketing, branding, and that's sort of where I started, but I've always had a love for food. I took cooking when I was a kid, and I taught cooking classes when I was a teenager. That was always kind of fun, but it was more like the branding idea and the marketing led me into a passion, into another realm, and it was actually coffee. So I co-wrote 3 books on coffee, tea, and cafes in Vancouver and in Portland, Oregon, the whole West Coast. And then from that, it kind of led me into websites, website magazines. I always thought there's more to it than just publishing a book, which is kind of limited. This way it opens you up to the world. So the first site was thecafeguide.com, which still exists today. So it's thecafeguide.com. It's a global site covering cafes around the world, and we've got writers writing for us all over the place. And then after that, VancouverFoodster.com was born, and that was born last July. So I'm approaching, 10 months, 11 months now, and it's amazing. It's amazing what it's done for me. It's amazing what's done for the city, I think. People are just, so many people love reading it and love reading every single article that comes out on there. And I think it's educating people on what's around Vancouver, what the options are, what the possibilities are. The other site that I launched last year is tasteandsipmagazine.com. So that's North America based, and it's all about, not so much about restaurants, but it's more about food, drink, culinary, travel, that kind of thing. So I've been actually interviewing winemakers and people of the different realms throughout North America now, and on that site it's got a little bit of Vancouver in it as well, but definitely it's North America focused. Social media has been incredible for me. Years ago I didn't have this, obviously, and to market even the first site was very difficult. When you put search words in, you put things in Google and you hope that something happens, or you post ads in Craigslist and things like that, forget it. Now it's all about Twitter and Facebook. Facebook for us it's been incredible. Facebook is different because it's a bit more, you have a loyal fan base and they're with you and they're kind of curious to what's going on. They're sort of there to support you. Where Twitter is anyone and everyone, and it's just amazing. Like, people just retweet articles that I never even imagined would be retweeted, and it's really good. It's getting so many people out there following, but then they're also telling their friends, like, oh, should check out this article. Maybe you want to go and eat there. You never know. So it's been really, really good. VancouverFoodster.com, or they can email me at richard@VancouverFoodster.com.